Before we begin, drop in the comments what city or country you're watching from right now. And at the end, don't forget your 0, 10. Get your champagne ready, because tonight we're crashing a wedding. Let's go. The Vineyard at Lake Chelan, Washington. July 27th, golden hour, 6:42 p.m. Fairy lights already twinkling in the olive trees. 220 guests in pastel linens. The string quartet warming up with Can't Help Falling in Love. My little sister Olivia, 28, glowing. The bride everyone always said was the pretty one, was about to walk down the aisle made of white rose petals. And I, Victoria Grace Harper Malone, 34, maid of honor in dusty blue silk, was standing at the back of the ceremony site, holding her bouquet, when my husband of 8 years leaned in and hissed the sentence that detonated my entire life. Whatever you think you know, stay quiet tonight. This is Olivia's day. Don't ruin it like you ruin everything else. He said it through a perfect smile, the one that fooled every single person in that vineyard. He said it right as the quartet switched to Here Comes the Bride. He said it while squeezing my arm hard enough to leave bruises under the long sleeves I had chosen for a reason. I felt the words land like a slap, because I did know. I had known for exactly 11 weeks and 4 days. And tonight, in front of God, Instagram, and our entire extended family, I was done staying quiet. The music swelled. Olivia appeared at the end of the aisle on our father's arm, veil floating like a cloud, eyes only for her groom. Everyone stood, phones up, gasps of, "She looks like a Disney princess." And I stepped forward, not to hand her the bouquet, not to fix her train. I walked straight to the little table where the unity candle waited, picked up the microphone the wedding planner had placed there for the vows, and turned it on. Click. The music stopped like someone had yanked the plug. 220 heads swiveled toward me. My husband's face went ghost white under his summer tan. I smiled the sweetest maid of honor smile in history and began. "Hi everyone, before we get to Thay Do's, I just need 30 seconds of your time. Because tonight is about truth, right?" A nervous ripple of laughter. "Olivia, baby sister, light of my life. I love you more than words. You deserve the world. And the world deserves to know exactly who's standing in it tonight." I clicked the tiny remote in my palm. Behind me, the massive projector screen that was supposed to show childhood photos of the bride and groom lit up instead with something very different. Slide 1, a positive pregnancy test dated April 9th. Slide 2, ultrasound at 10 weeks, heartbeat 168 BPM. Slide 3, the text messages between my husband Ethan and his 23-year-old assistant Madison that I found the night he thought I was asleep. "Tell your wife or I will. I'll leave her after the wedding, I swear. She'll be fine, she always is." The entire vineyard went dead silent. You could hear the lake lapping 100 yards away. Olivia's bouquet slipped from her fingers and hit the rose petals with a soft thud. Ethan lunged toward me. "Victoria, turn it off." I turned to him, microphone still live, voice calm as ice. "Touch me again, and the next slide is the video, Ethan. You know the one. The one from the company, retreat in Palm Springs." He froze. I looked back at the crowd, at my parents who were clutching each other, at Olivia, who had tears running down her perfect bridal makeup, at Madison in the third row in a pink dress looking like she wanted the earth to swallow her. Then I said the words I had practiced in the mirror for 77 nights straight. Tonight was supposed to be about forever, but forever doesn't lie. Forever doesn't cheat. Forever doesn't hide a baby that's due the same week as Olivia's honeymoon. I turned to my sister. "Liv, I'm so sorry this is how you're finding out, but I swear on everything holy, you deserve the truth on your wedding day more than you deserve another lie." Then I did the thing no wedding guest will ever forget. I took the unity candle, the one they were supposed to light together to symbolize 2 lives becoming one, and I blew it out. Hard. Wax splattered across the white linen tablecloth like blood. Microphone drop. Heels off. I walked barefoot down the rose petal aisle, while 220 people watched in stunned silence, stepped over my husband's discarded jaw, and kept going until I reached the parking lot. Behind me, I heard Olivia scream, not at me, at him. Then the sound of 220 chairs scraping as every single woman in my family stood up. I didn't look back. By the time I reached my car, the video of the blown-out candle was already viral. By the time I made it to the ferry dock, #Stay Quiet Wedding was trending worldwide. By the time I got home to Seattle, the marriage was over. The company had put Ethan on indefinite leave, and Madison had deleted every social account she ever owned. Olivia never spoke to him again. She kept the venue, the dress, the flowers, hell. She kept the cake, and married her best friend from college 6 months later in a tiny ceremony with only 20 people and twice the love. And me. I kept the baby. I kept the baby. Yes, the baby that was supposed to be our little secret until after the wedding. The baby that Ethan begged me to take care of when the stick turned pink. The baby that Madison had been threatening to tell the world about if he didn't leave me. I kept her, and I named her Liberty Olivia Harper, because she was born free, and because her Aunt Olivia was the first person to hold her after me. The first month after the wedding, I didn't leave my condo in Belltown. Curtains closed, phone off, ice cream for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I gained 15 pounds and cried every time I looked at the dusty blue maid of honor dress hanging in the back of my closet like a crime scene exhibit. Then one morning, I woke up to 1,847 unread messages. Not hate, love. Women from all 50 states and 32 countries telling me I had given them the courage to speak. One girl in Saudi Arabia wrote, "I played your video at my own wedding and left with my passport instead of my husband." Another from Texas, "I blew out my Unity candle too. Best day of my life." I sat on the bathroom floor and cried again. But this time, they were different tears. That same week, Olivia showed up with a bottle of non-alcoholic champagne and a new last name she hadn't chosen yet. We drank it on my balcony while the sun set over the Sound. She looked at my barely there bump and said, "Teach her to blow out candles, Vic. Teach her loud." 7 months later, February, Seattle Grace Hospital. I'm in labor for 19 hours. No epidural because I wanted to feel every single second becoming someone's mother on my own terms. Olivia never leaves my side. She holds my hand while I scream, while I push, while Liberty comes into the world at 3:17 a.m. with a cry that sounds like the word, finally. Ethan shows up at 6:42 a.m., still in the same suit from the wedding that never happened for him. Hair unwashed, eyes bloodshot. He falls to his knees in the hallway when he sees me holding her. "Victoria, please. I lost everything. The firm, my parents. Madison left the country. Let me be her dad. I'll sign anything. I'll pay anything." I look down at my daughter, perfect rosebud mouth, tiny fists already fighting the world, and then back at the man who once told me to stay quiet. I smile the same smile I used the day I blew out that candle. "You had your chance to be part of something real, Ethan. You chose lies. Now you get to live with the quiet." Security escorts him out, while he sobs loud enough for the entire maternity ward to hear. 1 year after the wedding that wasn't. Liberty's first birthday. We throw it at the exact same vineyard, same olive trees, same fairy lights, only this time the aisle is covered in rainbow petals, and there are exactly 21 people, only the ones who stood up that night. Olivia is now Mrs. Olivia Harper Kim. She took her wife's last name and never looked happier. She and her wife cut the smash cake with Liberty, while I stand at the same spot I once held the microphone. Only this time I'm not blowing anything out. I'm lighting 300 sparklers that spell across the lawn in 10-foot letters. Truth wins. The video goes viral again. #Truth wins wedding trends for 4 days straight. Ethan watches it from the one-bedroom apartment he now rents above a vape shop in Tacoma. 3 years after the blown-out candle. Liberty is 3. She speaks in full sentences and calls every strong woman she sees anti-superhero. I'm partner at the crisis PR firm I started the week after she was born. We only take clients who have been lied about, lied to, or lied on. Billboard in Times Square last month. My face. Liberty on my hip. The words, "We don't stay quiet." And love. Love found me on a rainy Thursday in Pike Place Market. His name is Mateo. Yes, the same aerospace engineer from the train story, Small World. He was buying flowers for his sick mom when Liberty marched up, tugged his jeans, and announced, "My mommy needs a boyfriend who tells the truth." He laughed so hard he dropped the tulips. We've been together ever since, 5 years after the wedding. Today, the vineyard again. Same golden hour. Same olive trees dripping with fairy lights. Only this time I'm the one in white. Olivia is my maid of honor, in dusty blue silk, full circle. Liberty is the flower girl carrying a basket that says, "Here comes the truth." Mateo waits for me at the end of the rainbow petal aisle, eyes already crying. As I walk toward him, I pass the exact spot where I once blew out a candle and blew up a marriage. This time I'm carrying a new one, unlit. When I reach Mateo, I hand it to Liberty. She lights it with a sparkler and holds it up high. 200 guests, only the ones who deserve to be here, stand and cheer while the flame burns steady and bright. Because this time, the candle isn't for unity. It's for truth. It's for loud love. It's for never, ever staying quiet again. And somewhere in Tacoma, a man who once told me to stay quiet is learning that some voices, once they start speaking, can never be silenced. What did you think of Victoria's story? Did the blown-out candle give you chills? Did Liberty's name make you cry? Drop your city, your 0, 10, and tell me in the comments the moment you would have grabbed that microphone. Hit subscribe. Smash the bell, the next story is already loading. You don't have to stay quiet. Ever. Liberty holds the lit candle high, the flame dancing in her tiny hands like she was born to carry fire. Mateo takes my face in both hands and kisses me like the world is ending and beginning at the same time. 200 people lose their minds. Olivia is sobbing so hard her wife has to hold her up. My mother is filming with one hand and fanning herself with the program with the other. Even the caterer stops serving to applaud. And I swear, in that moment, I feel every woman who ever wrote to me after the first video standing right there on that vineyard with us. Their voices in the wind, their strength in my spine, their freedom in my lungs. The reception is pure magic. Just long wooden tables loaded with paella, tacos, and my nana's tiramisu flown in from Italy. We dance until 2 a.m. Liberty falls asleep on Mateo's shoulder at midnight, sparkler still clutched in her fist like a tiny sword. At 2:17 a.m. exactly, the minute she was born, Mateo carries her to the bridal suite. I follow with my shoes in one hand and the unity candle in the other. We tuck her into the giant bed between us, still in her flower girl dress, cheeks smeared with cake. Mateo whispers against my hair, "I married the loudest woman on earth, and I've never been happier." I laugh so hard I cry again. 10 years after the wedding that never was. Liberty is 13 now, tall like her father, stubborn like her mother, and fluent in 3 languages, because we travel every summer so she can see the world that tried to silence me. She has her own TikTok with 4.2 million followers where she teaches girls how to say no in 12 languages and how to blow out candles that don't belong to them. Olivia and Lee have twin boys who call me Aunt Tori and Mateo, the cool uncle who builds rockets. We spend every Thanksgiving at the vineyard, now renamed Truth and Vine, hosting free weddings for couples who escaped abusive situations. We've done 312 so far. Every single one ends with the couple lighting their own candle and Liberty handing them the match. 15 years after the blown-out candle. Tonight, the vineyard again. Golden hour, same as always. Only this time, there are 500 people. Liberty is standing at the end of the aisle in a white dress that looks suspiciously like a wedding gown. Mateo is beside her, trying not to cry. I'm in the front row clutching Olivia's hand so hard I might break it. Liberty is marrying Amya, the girl who wrote to her at 14, saying the candle video saved her life. They met at a women's march when they were 16. They've been inseparable ever since. The officiant asks if anyone objects. Liberty looks straight at me and grins. I stand up, walk to the microphone like it's 2019 all over again, and say, "Only if someone tries to make my daughter stay quiet." The entire vineyard roars with laughter and tears. Then I hand Liberty the same unity candle from 15 years ago. The one I blew out, the one she relit on my wedding day. The one has been relit at every Truth and Vine wedding since. She and Amya light it together. The flame burns taller and brighter than ever. And somewhere, in a quiet apartment in Tacoma that still smells like regret, a man who once told me to stay quiet turns off the live stream of his daughter's wedding, closes the laptop, and finally understands the real meaning of silence. Because the women he tried to hush, we became a chorus. We became a wildfire. We became a legacy. And tonight, under the same fairy lights where everything exploded, my daughter is promising forever to the love of her life, while 500 voices sing, "This little light of mine," at the top of their lungs. I look at Mateo. He looks at me. We both start crying like idiots, because some candles don't just light a moment, they light generations. What did you think of Victoria's story? Did the candle coming full circle destroy you? Did 13-year-old Liberty giving speeches make you sob? Drop your city, your 0, 10, and tell me in the comments. What candle would you blow out or light right now? Hit subscribe, smash that bell, because the next story is already burning. Never stay quiet. Your voice is the match. Your truth is the fire. See you at the next wedding, loves.